also at the end of the day, you're the one choosing your life, like outside of this and with everything else. So to give the power to put it in someone else's hands, like, and be like, oh, it's on you to change my whole life. And if you don't do it, you're like, you suck. It's like, what? It's like you're the one who's choosing all that. um, so how many of you have given your power away to gurus or healers or like tarot readers on Facebook or like, other people and made them the source instead of you, and instead of you looking at what choices you were making that where you could choose something different and everything, well, so anywhere you made someone else outside of you the source instead of you being the source, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds. Anywhere you put your happiness in someone else's hands and made it up to them, whether you were happy, could be happy, could choose to be happy or not, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Ooh, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds. Anywhere you're disempowering yourself and your ability to choose to be happy, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? And if you'd like to let go of that, just say yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creases, bases, and beyond. So I'm that string of words is the, if you're newer here, access consciousness clearing statement. It's not a modality I channeled through, but it is a modality I work with. And you can go, there's other, whatever. Yeah, you get it. So just letting you know what that is. It just hits the delete button on the limitations and crap and things that are for the highest good to have the delete button hit on them so they disappear so something greater can show up. The infinite possibilities of greater things can show up. So I'll run this again. Where are you giving your power away? Where are you giving the power of your choice away? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds. Where are you not allowing yourself to be happy because you think it will upset someone else, or you think it's wrong, or you're desperately trying to be a good person to someone else's point of view? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creases, bases, and beyonds. I'm going to switch up the approach here a little bit here. What would be highest for me to talk about next? So the thing I'm getting to talk about next, and we'll probably jump into the full channel mode session soon here, but we'll see what I'm intuitively and divinely guided to do for the highest good, is let's talk about that healer dynamic again, which might seem to be a funny thing for me to talk about as the person facilitating this here. I've had this awareness show up where, and this is not to, if you're someone who notices this in yourself at all, please don't start judging yourself. This is more, we'll see why I'm being guided to talk about this. So I've got this awareness recently, though, that sometimes people out there don't see healers as other beings. They see healers as like objects that they can like take from and like take healing from, that they can use to like make their life better or go get something from. And then if you don't give it to them in the way they're expecting, they get really mad and they feel entitled for you to like stay in touch with them 24/7, or like are entitled for you to just like give them all this free attention. And if you, and it's projected at healers that like, oh, you have to choose this or you're a bad person, or aren't you supposed to be caring and kind? It's like, well, being caring doesn't mean me like getting drained 24/7 to help people. Same with you. Okay. Like, because that's not caring towards you. So it's not really caring. It's like this twisted version and manipulation to make you feel bad. And how much do people try to control other people by making other people feel bad or using their feelings like to manipulate people into choosing what the person manipulating thinks will work for them, and to like control them. So it's like it's all this like lie, and then like you'll feel bad and wrong, but it's not really true for you, or it's not yours. It's like this thing someone else is trying to like project at you to get you to give them the free healing, or to keep having access to your energies or the healing or whatever, So it's like this, it's almost like an empath narcissist dynamic in a sense, because like there's this narcissist trying to manipulate to take and take and take, and then there's the empath trying, which we don't have to get into like the judgment of like narcissist bad, empath good either. Like we can take a more neutral, nuanced and non-black and white point of view with this too, because like if the empath is choosing to like agree to it, like they're complicit in the dynamic, fully. And I might be talking about this as far as like healers and like other people, but you might also see this in like other dynamics and areas too as I'm talking about this. So bear with me for this. This isn't meant to be all about me. I'm not sure why I'm talking about this, but this is what showed up to be talked about. And so yeah, so like people will try to like manipulate or use these judgments or points of view of like you're a bad person if you don't do XYZ for me, or you're supposed to be this because you're a healer, or you're supposed to do be XYZ to prove you're this, or because this is what I've decided healers are or should be, or it's like you're not supposed to enjoy your life while I'm suffering and going through this thing, even though it's like not really on you to fix them. It's like especially for free, or something like that. And it's just like it's so interesting that so many people would be like, and like I get it. If someone's in like a hard place and they're going through suffering or something hard, like I do like understand and get like why they may be like attempting to get to a better place and seeing other people who are, who can facilitate healing or are in that title or position and give their power away to them or project on them. Like, if you're not helping me, you must be a bad person or something. Like, I get it. But it's also like they tend to be coming from a very disempowered place when they're doing things like that. And they're not taking their healing journey into their own hands. They're like saying it's on everyone else to heal them and make them better. So that, which is also very disempowering. Uh, but it's like sometimes like if you're happy and joyful and you're not giving them the attention they think you should be giving them, then they'll be like, well, what the heck? Why are you over here happy when I'm suffering or something like that? So like how much does that something like that, like a projection like that, play into your happiness choices that you're choosing for yourself in your life? Um, and is it serving you to go along with it, or are you willing to see the lie that it is? Or the lies in that and not by them. So you could choose what you'd like to choose. Because again, it's not on you to save anyone. If there's joy for you in it, that's one thing. If it's just you feeling obligated because you'll feel bad according to these stories and projections of others, if you don't do it, that's when there's trouble. That's where you're in dynamics where you're giving your power away to other people's judgments and points of view and whatnot, and sticking yourself with this role that doesn't ultimately serve either of you in the long run, which is why holding your boundaries can lead to a better life for everyone. Even if someone's upset by it in the moment or in their head or in their emotions or in their story and their blah 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 blah, blah, they're poopy crap, essentially. Um, because like all that's like projection, all that's like their stories and judgments and things they bought about the way things should be or the way things ought to work or the way things they decided are the way things are that aren't actually the way things are, that cause that's part of the reaction and all that. Like it doesn't come from a high vibrational like true place, of course. And if you don't serve that, and if you're willing to have the boundary and be like, no, I'm not choosing not joy for you because you think I should, or because you have this story, or like it teaches them something else is possible. And if they choose to, it might be something that contributes to them eventually growing up and growing out of those patterns and seeing more of what's true and seeing more of like what's true and what you were choosing to have that boundary and to not suffer for them, essentially. So I guess that's another example of why you choosing you're happy could set someone free.